Okay, hello everyone and welcome in. Welcome to the Melanin Gamers podcast. It has been a minute. Sorry guys, we have been doing some in-person activities. D&Ds, Melanin Gamers meetups. It's been really fun actually. But we are back online and we're back to our regular scheduled podcast. And since we're back, well, let's do a roundup considering we've been away for so long. And I'm here with the full squad. Yay! I'm here with actually I'm right here with Obsidian Fury, who's come over to my house.
What's going on, white people? Yeah, this place is not the best. No, I'm not gonna.
It's amazing. Myself is fantastic. And also in the dark,
Hey guys.
Oji Otaku
Yay!
and Zen.
Yo.
And today we are going to do a roundup of all the different gaming news. There's been so much gaming news happening. What MG has been up to as well, games that we're playing, games that are coming up that we can't wait. I think there's been like a PlayStation thing and an Xbox Direct, Ghost of Yotai, all of that good stuff that we cannot wait, and some different indie games as well. There's this indie game that I saw about basically reclaiming loot from museums.
I saw that, yeah.
And I'm like, hello, that is a bit of me. And well, a little teaser, guys, but we do have one of the developers that we are going to interview who's working on that game very soon. So definitely look out for that.
Gaming updates. Well, there has been much that's happened in the industry actually, and it's very interesting because I think the topic I want to talk about is something that needs to be probably have its own podcast. The Stop Killing Games initiative and the kind of conversation surrounding what does it actually mean to own a game in the video games industry in 2025, because I obviously grew up in the era of
Blockbusters.
You rent a game. I went to Windows Shop and whatever game cover looked nice, that's the one I rented, and I went home. Yes. All of that. Thanks to Netflix. I shouldn't really blame Netflix, but thanks to the internet era, but specifically Netflix, the distribution of games has kind of changed. You buy, you own it model to you own the license to be able to play said game, and that in itself is a new way of business. Good, bad. We all have our hang-ups on it. I personally, I don't really like it. And the Stop Killing Games initiative was kind of founded on that principle of what exactly do the consumers of video games, what kind of rights do they have when it comes to sunsetting games. I'm giving a very brief overview, and I actually want to do a proper discussion about this because I think it's very important with the industry going forward. So I want to get you guys' opinion on what do you guys think of Nintendo doing they can revoke your license at any time if you do something like you step out of pocket, if you whisper too loudly about discounts on the Nintendo store, then they can revoke your license. What do you guys think about that? And then I'll give you my opinion. But I'm the judge, jury, and executioner. I will argue with you guys because I do think you're automatically wrong.
Okay. I think. Oh, I've been playing GTA Vice City recently, and there's this song on the radio, on the GTA radio called "Video Killed the Radio Star," and I feel like it's kind of the same thing here. Subscription killed physical copies of things because everything is subscription service. You're signing up to this to rent things, and no one really owns anything anymore. Even with the Nintendo thing, you buy the physical copy. Well, you buy the case, then there's a code inside. So you actually don't own the physical thing anymore. And that's how they can revoke things and change things. And the Mandela effect is going to go crazy, I feel like, because right now they can rewrite something and there's an update and the content you had before can be taken from you, basically. You can't really do that with things you own a digital copy of.
A physical copy.
A physical copy of, like we still have, because we grew up in Blockbusters era, we still have so many DVDs, and some of those DVDs have alternative endings in when you watch it on TV now, because they can change that on TV. Yeah. They're like, oh, we don't remember these scenes, but we have the physical copy to prove that, okay, this thing existed. So I think it's a far-reaching, and obviously just it's too big a conversation for this an update, but I do not like it. I like the convenience of subscriptions, of course, which is why it's so useful.
That's the con. That's how they got you.
But I'm a purist, and I'm like someone who likes a physical. I like a physical book. I like a physical thing, so that it's real and it's not just in the ether somewhere. I think that is it's an art that's being lost. And I really don't I don't like the idea that they can just revoke something that you paid for. But actually, because they're saying you're just renting it, they can take it
Legally
back.
speaking, they can. But okay, 2 questions to you. Do you think there's going to be like a revival of physical copies online? Because we've seen a little bit of revival when it comes to like vinyl records having a comeback, because people are like, we don't want this digital sound, blah blah blah, and like having that kind of having a whiskey and sitting back and having a cigar, and then you put the vinyl record and you let it play on a vinyl speaker, and then you have that kind of thing. Do you think there's going to be a revival when it comes to video games and that kind of aspect?
There already kind of is, I think, with like, I think one of the biggest things this year that came out of movies was Sinners, and how everyone was like, it has to be watched on IMAX and has to be experienced this way, and the art form of watching something on the big screen and those kind of things. So I think they're going to make that with games like, oh, steel books, you know, you get a little bit extra content here, maybe a figurine or something like that, to revive the physical copies of things like that.
Do you think the industry wants physical copies again, or do you think the consumers want physical copies? Because 2 different things. A lot of consumers want physical copies, but a lot of developers are saying that it's not feasible what you guys are asking for and that kind of thing.
It's definitely feasible.
And there's like definitely misinformation given by the developers, but I think the person who actually started the initiative, he's like went through one by one and like broke down exactly what he thinks about every single one of those points. And when you see the kind of lobbying, when you see the list of people who are lobbying against Stop Killing Games, it's all the usual suspects. It's the EA, it's Ubisoft, it's Epic Store, it's Yuki, like it's all the big major players in the field who, typically speaking, in the video game ecosystem, they are always seen as like the bad guys because they're there for a buck rather than play enjoyment and experience.
You know what? I think the way it will go is that physical media will stick around. There will be a want for it by the consumer. But because of that, it will cost more and there'll be less of it. Because production and distribution is a massive cost to companies when it comes to this. It's, you know, if your game don't do well, and now we just got like all the trading shops are filled with £5 copies of this game that didn't do well, you know, it's a waste. So what will happen is they will release physical copies, but those physical copies will be more expensive. And that's for the people that don't mind paying a bit more to have your physical copy to keep and put on your shelf. A majority, or not a majority, but a lot of the new generation, again, it's this subscription method, will be happy with just doing the subscription method. Reason being is because the subscription method will be cost effective. It will be Game Pass, you know? So I don't think that either one will disappear, but I do think the balance will be off. It will be like a 70-30 split to like live service or like streaming service games to physical media out there, you know.
No, but I think in general, most places want that to die out. It's just like, for example, like now, you can't, you know, before you could on your phone, like going back to music, on your phone, you could either have your iTunes or your you know, if you're on a Walkman, you could have your thing where you just play music. Yeah. Now you don't have that on phones anymore. It either has to be you're playing it through Apple Music or you're playing it through Spotify or something else. You don't actually store the music that you used to download back in the day. Now it's you have to only borrow the music. Like you don't so it's even going into music like that. You can't, you know what we were saying about vinyls and whatever. You can't even, you remember before you would be like, oh, I love that song. That's sick. Send that to me over Bluetooth and whatever. That's gone now. Like you can't do that. You don't physically own the music anymore.
It's not gone. It's officially it's gone. Unofficially,
it's still there, but
people will still send you that MP3 if you ask for it. You know what I mean? Like,
but what I'm trying to say is,
get it back.
but what I'm trying to say is the fact that it made it where you can no longer have that on the newer devices. Older devices you can have that on, but the newer devices they don't have a bit where you can just store the music on, or you have to now get something external to allow you to do that. Not just out the box how it used to be, where get your MP3 player, that's what it is, like, or whatever thing you've got. They were like, no, let's hold it. And then even if we go further on to like how things can be manipulated and moved because of them being on this service, look at things like, which I think is mad thing. If you listen to TLC on any of the new streaming platforms and whatever, Left Eye is not in it. But if you got the CD, she is in it.
True. And okay, so
we're getting off topic here. So
imagine the disrespect. Can you imagine?
I'm sorry, but
this is why we can't have nice things in the world. Imagine trying to cut me off.
I'm sorry, but we've obviously that's your update, and it's we've
no,
just...
because we're getting to the good. We're getting to the crutch of the issue. The crutch of the issue. The
crutch of the issue is that hopefully it comes back. It might not come back.
That's what happens when you mess up one word in a sentence, and that's when the vultures pounce on you. You see, that's why you have to be an immaculate debater, because otherwise you get eaten alive.
Yeah, you do get eaten alive. And as the host, you're not the judge, jury, executioner. I am. So we're moving on to. Do you have any update? Well, yeah. What we were talking about is the gaming news. That's the hugest thing that right now everyone's talking about, Nintendo and what that means for the future of gaming.
If owning it. If if owning it means that I don't have it, that means piracy is not illegal in my book, and I'm in agreement with them, because it's like if they're doing. What's the phrase?
Imagine piracy. I want to say Melanin Gamers does not support any kind of piracies. Yes,
officially.
Unofficially.
What? You can do whatever you like. live.
Listen, ROMs and emulation isn't piracy. It is legal. You can play games on other devices if you own them elsewhere. That's already been settled by the courts. But this new legislation or new agreement they're trying to get you to sign in with on your Nintendo Switch 2 will say otherwise. It says, oh yeah, we know the court said that's legal, but we don't like it, so we're going to brick your Switch 2. There's also been some cases of basically you can buy Switch 1 games and upgrade them to a Switch 2 version. And there's a ticket system when it comes to buying games on the Nintendo Switch 1 where you can get a reduced cost price of buying like multiple games. So people have figured out that you could do this and get Nintendo Switch 2 games kind of cheaper by buying it on the Nintendo Switch 1 using this ticket system and then just swapping over to your Nintendo Switch 2 account and playing the game there. However, Nintendo's clocked onto this, they're getting rid of the ticket system, and there's also been cases of doing that, and certain DLC for older games have triggered Nintendo's copyright protection defense and bricked a few Nintendo Switch 2s already when people were actually legitimately playing stuff from the Nintendo eShop. So, it's all new. It's all new. Nintendo's still working out the kinks. Just make sure you're, following your P's and Q's when you're playing your Switch 2, people. Enjoy Mario Kart, enjoy Donkey Kong, and don't play any DLC. Just in case.
I don't know if you already said it, but isn't it also like if you buy a pre-owned game as well? That
yes.
You might be.
Yes.
Yeah, like if you buy a pre-owned one, it might break your thing too.
So love a CX trade-in. I traded in a lot of my Switch 1 collection to CX not too long ago, a few months back, and now someone might buy that, put in their Switch 2, and get bricked all of a sudden. I don't know why. It's still the game on the cartridge, but obviously maybe that's why, because it's physical media, and we know they don't like that.
Interesting segue. This actually, I don't know if Annabelle. I think Annabelle's spoken about it offline, but I'm going to bring it up. This is actually a very interesting segue to the audience and the consumers of gaming, especially if you want to get into development. It's the barrier is going higher and higher and higher, and this is also contributing to that. Where back in the day, some people couldn't afford getting first-hand video games. They couldn't afford it.
Exactly.
So they went to the second-hand shop and they've got the second-hand games, and sometimes a little bit scratched, but you can still get your hands on the game and the developer was still making money. But now, what Nintendo's doing, that means this might also shrink the second-hand market as well, and also that knock-on effect won't allow people who make up the majority of the gaming base, especially the ones I recognize as gamers. They will no longer have it's no longer a financial
It's a financial burden.
Viable. It's no longer financially viable to become a gamer because it's going to cost too much money. Some games are going. Nintendo hasn't had a sale since its inception. I've never actually seen a Nintendo sale. It doesn't exist. Nintendo and sale has. I've never seen it in what you call it, in any kind of language ever in my life. And now there's like they're cracking down on secondhand sales. I don't even know if that was possible, but here we are. So that is my main issue, is that the threshold, what's going to be required for a gamer to become a gamer, the financial burden is getting higher and higher and higher, and we're slowly shrinking as a mass rather than expanding. And
it'll become a middle class.
Like Polo.
It'll
You have to have a horse. What?
Yeah, that's just Nintendo. Because I'm not gonna lie, I think Xbox peaked it years ago, and we were like, oh nah, Xbox don't know what they're doing. PlayStation's gonna, but Xbox peaked it years ago. They're like, nah. Streaming services, you can play Xbox Game Pass on your TV, microwave, and mobile phone. like
But
you know,
it's still a subscription
I don't
model,
think.
though. And my point is that
But that subscription-based model is what will keep lower income gamers in the game. Yeah, you may not be able to play that GTA. If you want to play that GTA, you're gonna have to shell out some cash. I can't lie. But if you want to play some of these other first day releases, you want to play the Gears of War, you want to play the Dooms, you want to play the Clair Obscura Expedition 33s, Game Pass there, boom. Yeah, you're not missing out on much. There may be a few choice games, Ghost of Yotai, console exclusives, but lower income people can have a full stack library of new games that they can play.
My point is that
but that's the thing. They don't need to buy an Xbox. Your Sony TV, your Bush TV, your Toshiba TV, they all come with Xbox included on it.
Agreed. And how are we getting this Sony Toshiba TV? Is that still not money? Like,
no, it is. But most families would just buy a TV for the household, and instead of buying a TV and the Xbox and the PlayStation and all this, now you've just got your TV, and your TV has the Game Pass installed on it, so I don't need to buy the second peripheral. I can just hook it up with my Netflix subscription.
Point still stands that the second-hand market is still shrinking, even if Xbox have clocked onto it. That's just Xbox, but
second-hand market is still good.
Let's keep it 100. If big businesses are able to get away with it, they will get away with it. That's just a fact. If the precedent set by Nintendo is going to become the standard, that means it's going to be money out of Xbox pocket, and I don't think Xbox are going to stand for that. So they might then try and do. So that's my point. My point is, video game developers, especially publishers, big ones, which are run like business, they will do everything and anything to make sure that they can save. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it will come at the cost of video game quality and also the consumer's pockets. That's the two things that's going to come out. What you call it? People hate microtransactions, but consumers hate microtransactions, but publishers love microtransactions, and that's the fundamental disconnect that we're engaging with. That's why games. So for me personally, I loved their Xbox subscription model. That's what gave Clair Obscura the platform to reach so many people. Otherwise, Obscura probably wouldn't have got the kind of reach that it did without the Xbox Game Pass, if I'm being absolutely honest. And I'm glad it did have that kind of reach. But I'm concerned about the trajectory of where we're going as an industry if these, what I think are personally predatory practices, are not nipped in the bud. Because then you get initiatives like Stop Killing Games, and you will get then a government who may not know or understand the industry as well as gamers or video developers do, come down with heavy-handed sanctions and impositions, like sanctions and what's the word I'm looking for?
Mm-hmm.
Like forceful guardrails. That's what I'm looking. That's like they'll come in.
Sanctions. It's sanctions. That's the word you're looking for. Sanctions.
Yeah, it's sanctions.
Not just sanctions, but it's like, because it's sanctions is more financial, whereas I'm thinking about like they were like trying to get into the actual developers code. So like they were like restrictions is where I'm going with it. But I can't. Okay. Sorry, English is not my first language. But yeah, that's my point. But yeah, that's basically my roundup essentially. Who next?
I'm sorry that roundup.
I'm not gonna lie, that was the podcast.
I told you, I warned you guys. I told you at the beginning. I said, listen.
He said that was my roundup, and I looked at the time and said, "No, that was the podcast."
I warned you. I told you guys.
Okay, a very quick whiz through of everybody else's time because obviously, clearly, Presidium Fury's got main character syndrome and thinks this is his podcast.
To be fair, you guys are living in my world. So.
No, we're not. Yeah, just the usual stuff. MG were at Develop. We had such a great time. We can't wait for Gamescom. That's going to be so much fun as well. We have a picnic this Saturday. Wait for that picnic. And we're doing, as we promised, we are doing more in-person events. So like things like the picnic, and we've been doing meetups, 24-hour streams and that kind of things. It's been a lot.
I think you're selling the picnic.
Am I not selling the picnic?
Yeah.
We are doing
You're not. It's Melanin Gamers, picnic in the park. Gamers come touch grass, yeah? We got vibes, we got blankets, we got grass, all the things you need for a good time. Come
Come with the park.
Not grass 3 times. We got grass.
Yeah, we got grass.
He meant grass.
If you didn't know, we got grass.
Amsterdam grass. That's wild. The ones you find in brownies at Hollywood Party. That's crazy talk.
Okay, I don't know what you guys are promoting here, but anyway.
No. The ones with the ants. The ones with the ants.
We're gonna have a good time at the picnic.
Right, that might be code for something else.
Actually true. Everything's on us.
Yes.
We got Jenga, Dominoes.
Yeah.
Olympic sports. Yay!
We need to let this go.
I'm not gonna let it go.
Yeah. London Hyde Park, guys. It's a spot. It's a vibe. People. If you know, you know. You know.
Children are welcome, except for the grass.
Okay. Anyway, in the doc, do you have any very quick updates?
So I saw Donkey Kong come out. It looks good. I haven't played it yet. I haven't really been playing any new games except League of Legends because my
You have an addiction?
GT no, it's not the addiction part. I can't really play any new games because I'm still using a 1060. I'm still holding my breath for Nvidia to gift me a graphic card.
No, God, don't worry.
So I haven't really played any new game, but I did see the Donkey Kong. It looks good. And then gamers are getting the live adaptation again. Mortal Kombat 2, the trailer came out.
Yeah.
It looks okay. I don't want to really be too hyped about it because
I'm not hyped, but I'm gonna watch it and have fun.
Initial one that came out, hyped everyone up only for the movie not to really live up to the hype. So I mean, let's see what happens with that one.
Yeah.
Video game.
Don't even think about it. OJ Taku, please. What have you got to say?
Yeah, all right, cool. I got some updates, quick ones. There's 3. First one, new anime. Yeah, we got Dan back. We've got One Piece's arc is coming to an end. Demon Slayer's trailer just dropped. That's coming out in the cinema soon. And what else? A couple of animes. Anyway, forget about that. Basically, watch anime. Second thing. For our TCG players, play One Piece TCG. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm a fan. Play it. It's a good card game. If you like One Piece and you like cards, definitely check it out. Gundam card game just dropped 2 weeks ago. So if you're interested in Gundam and want to try a card game, it's right now's the time to get into it. It's brand new, just started. Shout out to Bandai Namco for both of those. And finally, in terms of gaming, we got that Ghost of Yote drop. And come on, guys, we all know we playing that, right? I mean, I know some of us love Shadows, but this the real samurai game we've been waiting for.
Tsushima was
yeah,
it's a
that's
great.
right.
The story of Ghost of Tsushima was very good, but the actual mechanics were very basic. But I think that played into how well the narrative of that.
Yeah, you see, because you're saying basic like it's a bad thing, but it wasn't basic like that. It was core foundational working mechanics. Yeah, on top of a great story and scenery. So it wasn't basic. They just took the core mechanics and
go on, OG Taku. Please finish your point, and then we will.
Is this 1939? Being muzzled. Where's the free speech?
Okay.
It's really annoying because
Oh, yeah.
that was it. That's my update. Anime, card games, goes to Yote. Who's next?
Then you're next.
Then? But his mic is muted. Okay.
Oh yeah, no. For me right now, I think right now I've got a bit of free time, so I'm gonna catch up on some animes.
Yeah.
Um,
And I asked
finally
which
getting
ones.
to. I'm watching Bleach at the moment.
Oh yeah, gas.
Catching up on Bleach.
1,000 years, yeah.
Huh?
1,000 Year Blood War.
Yeah, listen, I'm at the beginning.
Yeah. It's all
I'm
popping
getting
off. It's
through
all
that.
popping off. Yeah.
So getting through that. What else was I got? What was I watching? What's that? Is it Kaiju
Yeah,
number 8?
Kaiju number 8. Oh, Kaiju number 8
Yeah,
season 2's come now
yeah.
too. That was what I forgot. Yeah.
I'm watching that. So yeah, because season 2 is coming out. So that's something I'm catching up on. Yeah, obviously seen the Demon Slayer trailer, so I'm excited for that. Gaming side, I think I want to look at that because I've seen a couple like little videos about it. That Ready or Not, that looks pretty interesting. The strategy game in terms of like the breach and scenario game, that looks pretty cool.
Is that Ready or Not? Yeah, I don't think I've heard of that one, to be honest.
Rainbow Six Siege, but like dialed up to 11. If you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more like a what do you call it? It's like a SWAT simulator. A breach and SWAT simulator. Yeah.
No, I have seen that, and it's super realistic. And like, if you're good at that, you could probably do SWAT in real life, right? Is it that one?
Potentially, yeah.
I'm gonna get my SWAT up.
Yeah, you have to literally like I remember like anybody could be, so you have to like make sure that you're watching all the people in there. So you have to tell them to get down, secure them, because you don't know who it could be. They take hostages in that, so things can happen. There's booby traps. So I've been seeing some little clips of it, and like people have jump scare moments because someone would like run out of a room, but they might be a civilian or not. You don't know.
Do you think
They've done great stuff with the AI for that one because of how they react and move to depending on what you do as a player? Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, and even like down to like they've got levels on like how the AI react as well. Also, as well down to like if you lose certain members of members of the like to say like someone's got a good breach in, and he dies, you don't get him in the next mission. That's it, gone.
And it brings down morale of the rest of your team as well because you lost one, innit? Yeah. Too crazy.
So you'd have to work in another way because that one normally will be able to figure out the bombs and stuff like that. Apparently, you now don't have that. You'll have to go another way, go through the roof, or go another way, go different angles. But yeah, it looks cool.
You guys think a game would be
That's
too realistic?
The game would be too realistic. Then what is a simulator?
There's simulators, but like the point of a video game is also to have fun.
To have fun.
If I'm playing a game,
sometimes simulation
I have to control my breathing. I have to control how much I eat. Like there's like super serious survival games where it's like you have to make sure that your breathing is okay. If you get a cold, then you're out for like 3 days. Like I do think there is a balance between hyper realism in a game and also the fun of a game. Not saying that you can't have realism and fun, but I'm saying the suspension of certain things in the real world is what sometimes can make a game fun. So the fact that I can carry 420 bullets on my soldier in Call of Duty, it's not realistic, but it still makes the game fun because I know I'm not gonna run out of bullets. So if it was being really realistic,
exactly, and the fact that I can just shoot one bullet and
exactly. So,
but then it's I think it's down to like I feel like there needs to always be those companies to make it where it is that you got the people who are casual fantasy. I want to pretend that I'm the next action hero and everything explodes and everything like that. Then you got the other people who are just like, do you know what? I need the adrenaline, like the adrenaline in a game that makes me think about what I'm doing, like the cost. there are people like that. Like, for example, that's what got me onto the division. That's how they sold me on to coming onto the division. Because there's the risk of everything that you worked for could be taken by someone else.
My old friend. No, okay. We're wrapping up. No, we're wrapping up the podcast.
I'm being muzzled here, guys. Please, I'm blinking twice.
You're not being muzzled. Who cares? No one cares what you're blinking twice.
Someone rescue me.
Yeah, I think that is everyone's giving their roundups, and of course, because I think it's because we're back to doing podcasts again, and everyone, namely Dark Knight, Obsidian Fury, has a lot to say. Okay. But yeah, thanks guys so much. It's been a great podcast. We're trying to do more community podcasts, so we're going to be getting some guests in, not just developers for our dev side, but also some members of Melanin Gamers. We're setting that up. We will be doing that very soon. But yeah, thanks everyone. I've been here with Obsidian Fury. Okay. In the Dark.
See you guys in a bit.
Oji Otaku.
Keep it OG, peeps.
And Zen.
Go, peace.
And Obsidian Fury.
You lot, please don't encourage him. It's been your hostess with the mostest, Creatively Anzi. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys all later. Bye guys.